and welcome to Gaggia UK. My name is Nick, and today I'm going to talk you through the options of the Magenta range of automatic coffee machines, available obviously from our website gaggiadirect.com. This is a really good selling coffee machine at the moment, and this is my personal favourite because it's one sitting in my kitchen. This is the Gaggia Magenta Milk. We have the Plus and we have the Prestige, and we'll talk you through the differences on those in a second. The black coffee, the espressos, the Americanos, and the Americano is a favourite of mine. Not the first machine to have it, that was the Cadorna, but one of the early machines to have a one-touch Americano button. So basically a programmable amount of coffee to the strength you require, and a programmed amount of water to dilute that espresso, which is an Americano, black Americano. So that's a favourite drink of mine, and these machines all have that. So the black coffee is the same on all of these. The parameters that you can do on here is the grind control here. In the bean hopper, there is a little grind dial, coarse to fine. The finer, obviously the stronger, the coarser, the milder, because it flows through a little bit quicker. Always have the machine running when you change the grind setting, because if there is coffee beans between the burrs, if it's not moving, it can jam the coffee grinder. So just always have it, start making the coffee as it's twirling, then change the grind setting. Personally, I have mine set to about 2 or 3, and I don't change the grind setting. There are other things you can do to affect the length or the strength of the coffee. Obviously the coffee beans are one of the main things. But on all these machines, as with the majority of our automatic machines, there are 5 levels of dose for coffee beans. How many beans do we want to grind? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and the first one is 7, and it goes up in 1 gram increments up to 11 grams. So on here's a little dial, and you would set that per drink. So you could have the espresso set for 5 beans, 11 grams, and you could have the lungo set for less if you wanted to. So you can tweak it with that. So obviously the more coffee, the stronger, and then the final change is the amount of water. So that's the other way around. So less water is stronger. As a rule of thumb, 30 ml I think is the lowest setting on the espresso. So 30 ml, 7 grams, that's level 1 on the beans, would be a sort of what we call traditional shot of espresso. So if you want a bit stronger, you up the beans. If you want it a bit longer, you can knock the length of water, but that will make it a little bit milder as the more and more water is extracted. So 7 grams, 30 ml on this machine will be a standard shot. So that's all the same on all of these. The way it's made is obviously, unsurprisingly, the same as well. To get into the brew group, that's where all the magic happens. That's this particular part here. You take the drip tray out, and there's a little side panel door that opens out, and this brew group, very easy to remove. It's got a push thing there, so you get hold of that other hand and push that down, and it just pops out like that. We've got a very, very good cleaning video on this one. It's an easy maintenance, but a regular maintenance you need to do with this particular piece. And just for information, all our machines carry a 3-year warranty when you buy from us. This particular part's got a 5-year warranty on it. So it's a good solid piece of equipment, but like anything, you know, the old clean, it's got a little mark on the side there, 7-day rinse, and every 500 cups do a deep clean and also do some lubrication. Like I say, if we point you to the video that we'll put a link on, you can see about the cleaning and maintenance of that particular product. So what's the difference between the machines? So as you can probably spot on the front there, you can see the different milk. So this is the Magenta Plus. This has a professional steam wand on it, and this is very easy to use. You need a milk jug and ideally a thermometer just to check the temperature. It's a very efficient steam wand, and I think quite quickly the heat gets into this. It's very fast to use, really. So you know, pressing selecting steam on the menu, and after a few seconds when the boiler's heated up, you can you get infinite steam on it. You'll hear a little pulsing sound with that. That's the thermoblock boiler, which is just feeding from the water tank and feeding it. So as long as there's water in your water tank, it will continually steam, which is quite a good feature with all our automatic machines actually have got that. But once you get the hang of using this, it's a fantastic machine and very easy to maintain. I always recommend to people when they finish steaming milk is to bring a little bit of water through there. It's just the water button on there, very simple to select, and that just purges the wand. So it just flushes any little bits of milk and traces of milk that are in there, and obviously always keep the outside wiped as well. So controllability, these are the ones that are the super automatics, if you like. So this is the milk, and then we've got this is the milk, and then this is the Prestige. So the milk uses the tube with a little container, and as I said, this is the one I have at home. Go wrong side there, and let me go back to this side so I can't get to the milk. So this container comes with the machine, sort of glass container with a silicone lid. Now I've tried using that just into a milk jug, and milk or milk container, and it works, but this seems to be better. It's not a vacuum seal, but it's certainly a good seal on that, and that tends to really make it better. So I would recommend using this for sure. And this again is a dosable amount of milk that comes through. So when you're setting up your cappuccino on the menu bar, you would set how much coffee, so what strength of coffee do you want, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, how much water do you want through that coffee, and then how much milk do you want on top of that. So you can change that very easy. Once you program that up, that will always be in the memory of that. When you finish using a milk, if you're making a couple of drinks, get on and make them. But when you finish making a milk drink, on the screen there'll be a little display that says, do you want to do a quick milk clean? Now say if you're making another one, you can say, no thanks, I'll make another cappuccino. But if you've finished making them, you're not going to come back and make a drink for another hour or so, or a couple of hours, then do that quick milk clean. That's always advisable. And what that basically does, there's some instructions on the screen. Push a button and a little bit of water comes through and flushes that head through. Do that. It will save you a lot of time in the long run of deep cleaning. Very, very easy to use that one. Also with this machine, things that people don't realise is you can remove the capping cup system and use this as a steamer. Now obviously not quite as efficient as the professional steamer, however you can manually steam milk on these machines. The only thing with that is it's not an on-off, it's like a timed amount for milk. Okay, so obviously not as good. If you want to manually steam, go for the plus. But that is a backup there on the milk. So on the Prestige, a similar principle to this one really, but obviously with the integrated milk carafe. And this can come out and store in the fridge. We do recommend, if you do that, to take the mechanics out, this top bit here, because this is maybe some milk residues in there and some little gaskets in there which harden off if you leave them in the fridge. So take that off and you can store that in the fridge. But ideally, really, put the amount of milk that you need in there, really. Again, when you've made a milky drink with this one, it will say, do you want to do a quick milk clean? And very easy, just put a container underneath, press yes, and a small amount of water shot through here and just cleans that head. So that's the major differences between the machines. There's more detail on our website. If you want to come onto Zoom and have a look, we can talk you through the range, give us a buzz. And if you're in a good geographical position to get to Elland at any point, we're off of junction 24 of the M62, just a mile off of the motorway. If you can make an appointment to come in, we're open for appointments, so either through the link on our website or give us a ring and arrange, and you can pop in and see our show and our full range, plus some antique coffee machines, one from 1953, which is one of the original Gaggia when we invented espresso machines all those years ago. Thanks for watching. Say any other problems, visit GaggiaDirect.com.